Hi there, my name is Stanley Steen from Team Deberoo, and in this video you will learn how you can make money by promoting insurance offers using the native ads on Taboola. So let's dive in.
This video is brought to you by Deberoo.com, the #1 affiliate marketing software platform.
Alright, here we are at the dashboard of the Deberoo tracker, and in this video you will learn how you can make money by promoting insurance offers using the native ads on Taboola ads. Alright, so I'm going to show you exactly how you can create your own CPA marketing campaign. And we're going to start with preparing our tracker, which might be even the most important part, because in affiliate marketing we do everything based on data. We analyze the data. So we need to make sure that we capture all that data. So I'm going to show you how you set up the tracker so that it tracks all the data that you get. And then once our tracker is ready and all set up, we'll move over to the Taboola platform, where we will also create our campaign, of course, and create our ads. Alright, so I'm going to show you exactly how you can set up your own affiliate marketing campaign. First things first, before we start with preparing our tracker, first I want to show you the offer that we are going to promote. So there are a lot of different affiliate networks that you can choose from that have insurance offers available. But today we are going to work with Affiliax, the affiliate network. And this is the offer that we're going to promote. Select My Policy is the name of the offer. It is an auto insurance offer. It is a single opt-in flow, and we can promote it in the United States of America. Okay? Alright, so we have our tracking link right here, which we'll get to in a second. But first let me show you the landing page, or the offer page I should say. So here we are, auto insurance quotes, fast, free and easy. Enter your zip code. So there we go. We'll just enter a zip code and then we'll get a sort of questionnaire. So who's your current insurer? Vehicle year, vehicle make, vehicle model. What is your gender? Are you currently married? How's your credit? What's your name, etc., etc. And then they will obviously also ask for the email. And once the user has completed this questionnaire, basically, then select My Policy. The company will reach out to them to try to sell them an insurance plan, right? But as soon as they have filled out this form and they have opted in, we have done our job and we will receive our commission. Okay? Alright, so let's go to the Deberoo tracker and prepare our tracker for today's campaign. So before we're going to add the offer page and the landing page, which are two very important elements of creating the campaign, first we need to create two other elements which are also essential to create a campaign. The first one is the affiliate network, and the second one is the traffic source. Okay, so for the affiliate network, in this case we're using Affiliax, so we want to make sure that we have Affiliax available in our tracker. And you only have to set up the affiliate network once. So as soon as you have set up Affiliax, you don't have to do that again for any future Affiliax campaigns, alright? And the same thing counts for any other affiliate network, of course. And the same thing also counts for the traffic source. So today we're going to work with Taboola. That means that once I have Taboola in my tracker, I don't have to add it for any future campaigns. Now let's go to the affiliate network tab. And we're going to check if Affiliax is in there. So in my tracker, Affiliax is already here. But in case you don't have Affiliax in here, adding it is very easy because Affiliax is part of one of the templates of Affiliate Network. So simply click on Create and click on Affiliate Network. And that's where you will find all the templates of Affiliate Networks. We're going to click on Add Combo. And then all the way to the bottom, we're going to click on Next. Select your workspace. And you don't have to do anything else. Parameters are all filled out, so all you have to do next is press Save. That's really how easy it is. And then Affiliax has been added to your tracker for all your future Affiliax campaigns. Next up is the traffic source. So once again, I already have Taboola in here, but in case you don't, you can also choose Taboola from the list of pre-set up traffic sources. So click on Create and then Traffic Source. And Taboola is in the list of pre-set up templates. All right, so select Taboola, click on Next, Everything is pre-filled out. Select your workspace and you're good to go. All right. Now we have our affiliate network in the tracker. We have our traffic source in the tracker. So now it's time to add the offer to the Deberoo tracker. So we're going to go to the offers tab and we're going to create a new offer. All right, whoops, there we go. First, select the workspace again. All right, then the affiliate network. So by the way, if you wonder why we have to select a workspace, if you are a one-man business, if you're doing this by yourself, the affiliate marketing business, then don't worry about the workspace too much. Just select the same one every time. However, if you're working in a company with multiple affiliates, multiple media buyers, then you might want to have your own workspace so that you have all your data in that one workspace that is assigned to you. Okay, so that's why we have this workspace. This is my personal tracker, so I can just use the initial one. Nobody else will mess up with my data. Okay, then we have the country tag. So we're going to promote this in the United States, and let's give this offer a name. So let's say insurance select policy. Okay, so then I know which offer it is. That's fine with me. All right. Cool. Then we have the offer URL. So let's go to Affiliates and grab that tracking link at the top of the page. So I'm going to copy this tracking link and then paste it in here in the offer URL field. And underneath the offer URL field, you will find the parameter that you will have to add at the end of your link. Okay, so you can find it right here. It is the bold part right here at the end. So I'm going to copy the parameter. And before I paste it in at the end of my offer URL, first I want to add a question mark. And behind that question mark, I can paste in or drop in the parameter. All right, once we've done that, we're good to go. So let's press save. And now we have created an offer element inside our Deberoo tracker. Next up is the landing page. But before we can create the landing page element inside the tracker, first we want to make a landing page, right? So let's go to the Deberoo landing page builder and we're going to go to the templates list, a list full of all kinds of landing pages, especially optimized for the affiliate marketing niche. And we're going to filter by vertical and I'm going to select insurance. Okay, so now we get all kinds of insurance templates and we can pick one. So there are a couple different ones. We have a listicle, which is not really what we want to use right now because we only have one offer. We have health insurance. If you really like this template, of course you can use it and just change everything inside the template. But then we also have 4 auto insurance advertorials. So those might be more in line with what you actually want to create. Okay, so let's say we want to use this one right here, advertorial 3. I'm going to name it US select policy and it's an affiliates offer. Let's create it. All right, so this advertorial is a sort of mix, a hybrid, you could call it that way, between a advertorial and a quiz. So we have this part of advertorial. It's like half a page, right? It's just one scroll basically. And then underneath that we'll have a short quiz, which you will actually also find on the right side, where they can answer a couple of questions about themselves. And then they will go to the offer page, of course, to fill in the rest of the questionnaire and actually opt in and get an offer from Select My Policy. Okay, so let's say we want to use this. Now we can still change whatever we like. So if we don't like the question here and we want to change the question and the answers, you can do that. Or you can change the text, the image, whatever you want, the logo, you can change it all if you want to. And then once you're done editing your landing page itself, then it's important to also set a destination URL. So the destination URL is the URL where the user will go to after clicking on one of your links on your landing page or after finishing one of these quizzes, right? So you can find the destination URL under the tab Page Info. Right here it is. And we want to paste in our click URL here. So don't drop in the offer URL. We want to paste in the click URL because the click URL will make sure that we can track the amount of clicks from the landing page to the offer page. If you drop your offer page in here right away, we are not able to track that. And once again, data is key in affiliate marketing. So let's grab our click URL from the Deberoo tracker. All right. I'm going to click on my name and go to the tracker settings and click on tracking URLs. And that's where I will find the click URL. So I'm going to copy this click URL and go back to the landing page builder, paste it in here in the destination URL field, click on change links. The links have been updated, which means that now all the links will redirect to the click URL. And now we have published this website as well. So our landing page is live and we have our landing page URL. So I'm going to copy this landing page URL and then go back into the Deberoo tracker to add the last element before we can create the campaign, which is the lander element. All right, so I'm going to click on landers, create, and we're going to create a new lander, obviously. So we want to select the workspace first and the country tag, United States. Then the lander name. So I'm going to call it a select policy. And I like to have the affiliate network in there. Then we have the lander URL, so we can just paste in that landing page URL right here. And once you've done that, we're all good to go. So let's save this lander. There we go. And like I said, now we have all the elements ready to go to create our campaign. If you want to split test your offer pages or your landing pages, then you can do so. All you need to do before creating your campaign is add multiple elements, okay? So if you want to split test your landing pages, for example, you want to try out the 4 different templates that we have for auto insurance, you can. Then you just need to create 4 different lander elements inside your Deberoo tracker with the 4 different links, obviously, to your 4 different landing pages. Okay. Once you've done that, let's create the campaign. So I'm going to click on create and I'm using the tracking simple format. Select your workspace, select the traffic source, Taboola, and select the country tag. All right, let's give this campaign a name. Yeah. Select policy, okay, affiliates, cost model auto, transition between ad and campaign funnel. So when the user clicks on your ad and goes to your landing page, do you want that to be a direct transition or a redirect? Since we're doing native ads, I'm gonna go with redirect. Then we have the campaign destination, so you can create a path and select your flow right here if you've saved it in a flow, or you can create your path right here. We're going to go with landers and offers, and the transition from the landing page to the offer page, I want that to be a 302 redirect. Then right here we have the landers and offers. So I have 1 offer page and 1 lander page, but if you want to split test your landing pages, you should add more landers right here and select the different landers that you have created. Okay, for now we have 1 landing page, so we're going to go with that, select policy, and we have 1 offer page, which is this one. All right, so that's all set up. Now let's press save. Awesome. Our campaign has now been saved and our tracker is ready for the launch of our campaign and ready to collect all the data. Which means that we can now move over to Taboola and start create our campaign there and create our ads. So I'm going to copy this campaign URL first because we're going to need it when we're moving over to Taboola. And then let's actually go to Taboola and create a new campaign. So I'm going to click on the plus create button right here and we're going to create a campaign. First, we want to give our campaign a name as soon as Taboola is done loading. It's taking me too long. I'm very impatient. Okay, let's give this campaign a name. USA, select policy, affiliates. All right, we can give our brand a name. So we could call it select my policy. But you can also do something like independent insurance policies. I don't know, something like that, you know, where you have a different flow. So it depends a bit on what kind of angle you're taking with your offer. Then we have the marketing objective. This one is a lead generation campaign actually, because it's a single opt-in campaign. Then we have the schedule. Start running as soon as approved. So then when your ads are approved, your campaign will go live immediately, or you can set a specific start and end date. Okay, so we can say, okay, I want to start in January, for example. Does that work this way? I guess not. Okay, so then you would just have to select the date where you want to start. And if you want, you can also select an end date, but this is not mandatory. So you can also just use the start date feature. Then we have the days and hours. At the start of my campaign, I want to generate data for all the different days of the week and all the different hours of the days. So I'm going to leave it set on 24/7. However, later on, as soon as I have data that tells me specific days or specific hours don't work or work better than the rest, then I might want to start specifically scheduling my campaign. But at the start, we're going to go 24/7. Then we have the campaign targeting. So first we have the location targeting, where we are going to select the country that we want to run in, which is in this case the United States. You can also exclude countries, but I don't really use that on this level. So on country, on my campaigns, I usually do one country at a time. Even though I'm promoting one campaign in multiple different geos, I would still do one geo per campaign to have very good and clear overview of how it's performing in that specific geo. Okay, so I'm using the include one, and we're going to type in United States. There we go. Next up is the locations to be included. So I'm going to start with the entire country, just like I'm starting with 24/7 on the schedule, because I want to generate data on all these different regions, city, postal codes that we have in the United States. However, later on, as soon as I have generated enough data, I might find specific regions or states that do not perform well with this campaign. Or I might find specific cities that don't perform well, or postal codes, very specific. So then later on, I might want to exclude specific regions, states, cities, etc. And I can do that right here. All right. So for this one, I usually don't use the include unless you have, for example, your campaign is shitty in the complete country except for one state, and you want to squeeze out everything that you can in that specific state. Then you might want to use include, but 9 out of 10 times on your campaign, you will use exclude on these location filters. But once again, we're going to start with the entire country. Next up is the platform, so we can choose between desktop, mobile, and tablet. We're going to go with desktop for this one, but if you use mobile or tablet, you can also select whether or not you want to run Wi-Fi only or just all the internet connection. But we're going to start with desktop, so then this is not applicable because desktop has no mobile internet. It's always on the Wi-Fi or cable. Next up are the operating systems as well as the operating system versions. So right here we can include or exclude specific operating systems. So I'm not going to do this at the start once again, but when we have specific data that tells me, for example, that Mac users do not perform well with this campaign, I can exclude Mac operating systems, and there we go. Okay, but at the start I'm not going to do this because I need to have data before I can make these conclusions. And the same goes for the browsers. So we can include or exclude specific internet browsers that perform well or do not perform well. And right here we have the block sites option, which is basically sort of a blacklist feature. Okay, so if you have specific sites, specific placements that do not perform well with your campaign, you can exclude those right here. Just select them from the list and you can exclude them. Next up is the audience targeting. So if you have a saved audience in your Taboola account, you can include or exclude them from this campaign right here. You can also do that with marketplace audiences. So these are like interests or demographics, that kind of stuff. All right. And then we have the contextual filters. So you can include or exclude specific categories on the websites that you want to promote. All right, so for example, we're doing a car insurance for this one. So maybe you only want to run on websites with auto parts, auto sport websites, you know, those kind of websites. So then you could include automotive and vehicles, cars, for example, or electric vehicles, right? So then you can select a specific type of website where you want to promote on. For now, let's leave it blank. Let's continue. Then we have the budget and the bidding. So we're going to start with the budget. You can set your budget on a daily level, monthly level, or lifetime level. Personally, I like to use the daily budget. And we're going to set the daily budget at $250. Then we have the spending limit. So this is the overall limit basically of your campaign. If you set your budget on a monthly level, then this will disappear, and the same goes for Lifeline. But if you're using a daily budget, you can also set a spending limit for your overall campaign or as a monthly limit. Personally, when I'm using a daily budget, I don't really care about the monthly limit because the monthly limit is automatically 30 or 31 times the daily budget. So I don't care about that too much. I do like to have a lifetime limit just in case that it reaches it. I want it to pause when I've spent all my complete budget. And then if my campaign is still worth keeping live, then I'll adjust this, of course. But let's say we're going to start with 5,000. Then we have the bid. So right here you can select the bid for your campaign. Let's say we want to start with 25 cents and slowly up the bid as we go, for example. Okay, there we go. Then we have the bid strategy. So we have a smart bid where the bid will automatically be adjusted based on the performance and your marketing objective. All right. This can be good for you. It's not a good thing or a bad thing, but you can also set it on fixed bid where the bid will not be adjusted by the algorithm and you will have full control yourself. So it really depends on your personal preference, I guess. I like to have full control, but then also I'm doing this full time. I have a lot of time to check my campaigns, to make changes if needed. So that's why I use fixed bid. But I can imagine that if you don't have that much time to check your campaigns, to make adjustments, that maybe a smart bid works better for you. So a very personal opinion there. Then we have the ad optimization. So you can set it on optimized, which will mean that the majority of your traffic will go to your best performing ads, which might sound nice, but you want to give your other creatives a chance as well. So they do need to get some traffic to see whether or not those ads are performing well, so that later on the algorithm can pick it up and send once again the most traffic to the best performing ads. Even if we have more data. The more data, the better even, right? So you can set it on optimized, like I said, but you can also do A/B split testing. So then it will distribute the traffic about equally, so almost exactly equally. And excuse me, you can also set an end date for your A/B split testing, which means that you will generate some data on all these different creatives. And then when the A/B split testing date has passed, it will go back to optimized, but the algorithm now has a lot more data to optimize your ads. Okay, so you can do that right here. Then next up is the CPA goal, which is optional. If you're using the smart bids, I'm definitely recommend you to use the CPA goal as well. But even if you're not using the smart bid, it might help you to measure the performance of your campaign against your goals. Then we have the tracking code, and the third-party text, and some comments that you may want to leave behind for the Taboola team. And then once you're done there, let's click on create and add ads. All right, our campaign is now saved. So the campaign is all good to go. Now we just need to create some ads for this campaign that will automatically be connected to the campaign, okay? So the creation modes, we have a couple different creation modes. We have the variations, which will mix and match all your headlines with all your images, which is quite nice because then you'll get quite a lot of data on those creatives, and you can quite easily see which ones are making you the conversions, right? You can also do them one by one. This way you can specifically match a specific image with a specific headline, or you can use the RSS feed feature. But personally, I prefer the variations. Okay, Then we have the landing page URL. Don't actually paste your landing page URL in here because then nothing will be tracked and the user will not be able to continue to the offer page. So right here we want to paste in that campaign URL that we just copied from the Deberoo tracker. Okay, so paste in your campaign URL and then we can start creating the ads. So we'll start with the headlines right here, and then after the headlines we'll also add some images. Okay, usually I recommend to use the your own images, so upload your own images, but you can, if you want, use the stock pictures of Taboola. So let's see if they have anything. Insurance. Let's see what kind of images they have. Yeah, so they're very much stock pictures, as you can see. Maybe we need to be a bit more specific. Auto insurance. Let's see what we get. Okay, they're not too bad, but they're also not great. I kind of like this one, but there's not a whole lot of contrast in the image. So I still think we should be able to do better. This one is pretty good. Because the car is also red, so it automatically creates some more contrast. So I kind of like this. But like I said, you can use these stock pictures, but for the best results, it's finding your own very good creatives, okay? So you can do that by just Googling, for example, auto insurance. All right, go to images and find the image that you like, all right? So take a look right here. And then, for example, if we want to use this one, it's a stock picture. I wouldn't actually use it. But let's say we want to use this one. We can download it and go to Canva. And we want the dimensions of 1000 by 600, as is displayed right here. So let's create this design. We're going to upload this image to Canva. And then crop it. Looks nice. Perfect. If you want, you can use these adjust buttons to create a little bit more contrast. I like to have the saturation up a bit so that the colors are a little bit brighter. Blur slightly in the minus to create some sharpness, and the brightness is good. All right, so then you can download this and move back over to Taboola, and we can just drag it in here. Okay, there we go. So now we have two images. All right. So we also want to add headlines, like I said. So let's see. We have 100 characters, by the way. All right, so let's say your insurance company doesn't want you to know this. All right, then we can also add a description if we want. So that could be something like your auto insurance company is overcharging you and doesn't want you to know. Actually, for the description, we don't need the capitalization. It could be nice. It depends a bit, but it's not mandatory. On the headline, I would definitely do it, but on the description, it's not that important. Okay, get a new quote and see how much you can save. Amanda just saved $300. Well, actually $286 per year on her auto insurance. How much will you save today? All right, perfect. Cool, and then if we want, we can also add a CTA. So for the headline, obviously, but also for your description and your CTA button, you might want to split test a couple different ones and see which ones are performing best. So for the headline, that's pretty obvious. For the description, that's quite obvious as well. But for the call to action, that might still have effect on your campaign. So think about split testing a couple different call to action buttons. All right. Then we want to add multiple headlines. So the process is the same. So you can just keep adding headlines until you're done. And the same goes for the images, of course. And then once you're done, click on submit. All right. And perfect. So now our ads are created, they are saved, and they are attached to the campaign that we just created as well. So now the Taboola team will review our ads, review our flow, see if everything complies to their rules. And if that is the case, they will approve our campaign, and our campaign will then either go live immediately or it will go live on the scheduled start date, depending on your settings. And then as soon as it launches, it's time to start generating some money and start generating data, right? And then we can move over to the optimization part. However, that's going to be it for this one. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the Deberoo channel if you'd like to see more of these kind of videos, okay? So that's going to be it for this one, but I will catch you in the next video. So until then, peace out.
This video is brought to you by Deberoo.com, the #1 affiliate marketing software platform.